Prologue. Journals. Lunar date 4.155.2.27. 2 hours and 27 minutes after night rise. Like most kids, I struggled to fall asleep as a young child. My father and mother tried everything from warm milk to a warm bath with candles. To my parents' chagrin, nothing changed. I still remember the look of defeat on my father's face as he came into my room night after night. To this day, he threatens to wake me up in the middle of the night as payback. I'm sure he's waiting for the perfect time. And Father, if you read this, that is not an invitation. Finally, and almost by accident really, they found a way to help me sleep. Before I was born, my parents discovered journals written by my father's ancestors and some of their friends, some of which can be traced back to about 30 years before the end of the Age of Progress. With nothing else to lose, they decided to try reading them to me. I believe they hoped I'd be bored by the stories and fall asleep. Quite the opposite happened. I was intrigued. I wanted to hear more. The world of my ancestors sounded quite exciting. My parents noticed this excitement and made a deal with me. They'd only read the journals if I slept through the whole night. I slept every night for a full week before I decided to test my parents' resolve. Turns out, they weren't kidding. That night without any stories was torture. The only time I was able to get away with not sleeping was when I was truly sick, and they knew when I was faking. Otherwise, I slept through the night because I wanted to hear more and more. When I was learning to read, I started to read with my parents until eventually I could read the journals on my own. Don't get me wrong, I love the way life is now. I'm excited for the days ahead. In fact, tomorrow I head off to the island of Arethal with my brother and the other apprentices to complete my trials. I'm sure Master Milena has some wild ones prepared for me. If I pass them, I will join the ranks of the Ninjateers as the defenders of harmony in Palmara. Yet a part of me desires to live in a world where advanced technology, called cosmology by our ancestors, still exists. My parents warned me about dwelling too much on the past. I understand where they're coming from. I know the dangers they faced when they were around my age. I guess all I can do is relive the magic of the Age of Progress through the memories of my ancestors. In fact, that is exactly what my father wants me to do. He wants me to take all the journals of our ancestors and write their stories as a narrative. Over the past 2 days, I've organized all the journals into different groups depending on the story I will be writing. This way, I only need to take a bag full with me to Arethal as opposed to lugging the entire chest with me. That wouldn't be ideal. The first story I want to tell is about my ancestor Daniel Sheppard. The world he lived in was massively different from the present. Here are a few highlights. All technology was run by solar and lunar energy, and it made life so much easier. Imagine preparing food in seconds, or finding information without having to scour through dusty old books and journals in a library. Okay, I must admit, I do enjoy a good library hunt. As well, people had surnames. Sometimes I wonder what mine might have been if we still did. Would it have been Sheppard? Maybe Winters? Oops, getting ahead of myself. Career paths were heavily influenced by relationships. Rarely did people marry out of love, and thus honor and respect were lost within those relationships. People married in order to achieve the greatest prestige in their life. And even then, they didn't stay loyal to those vows. Nowadays, I see the love between my two parents, and I can't imagine spending my life with someone who I didn't care about. The 9 proclamations of Arnion, the creator, were originally the foundation of the Age of Progress. As time progressed, see what I did there? Fewer and fewer people actually followed the way of Arnion. They thought it was progress, but in reality it nearly destroyed our entire world. If it wasn't for my ancestors' journals, this story may never have been written. But this story is important to understanding those who will come after. It goes to show how someone's life, no matter how minor it may seem, can have a massive influence on the future. This story is not an epic. Daniel's story is probably similar to ones you've heard before. Boy meets girl, girl is with another guy who mistreats her, girl confides in the boy foolishly promises to always be there for her. At this point, you probably expect the girl to realize her mistake and fall in love with the boy and they live happily ever after. But remember, love wasn't important during the Age of Progress. This is where the story diverges from what you may be used to. The boy thinks being nice is what it's all about, but it isn't. And the girl thinks she is doing what is best for her life, but it isn't. The girl must decide which path she wants to choose, love or conforming to societal norms. And the boy must learn the truth about honesty and honor before he becomes the very thing he swore he never would. A monster. I can't wait to write it. Hinei Akhmatov, Leyxa. Thank you for listening to my book Palmara, A Dying Breed. I'd love to hear your feedback. What do you like? What do you think needs some work? What are you most interested to see happen? What questions do you have? At the end of every chapter, I'll have these slides that show how time works in Palmara, plus the different sayings and terms to help you engage with the world. As well, the characters who appear in each chapter will be found in the video description. Be sure to check it out. And if you're enjoying this and enjoy other stories, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You can always join the Discord with the link in the description as well. Until next time, Hinei Akhmatov, which means how pleasant it is for humanity to dwell in harmony with one another. Take care.